So guys, this is over on the villager side where the locals live, and this is some type of, it must be a private ferry or a cargo ferry of some kind. There's a pier out here, and if you look way out there you can see a guy fishing, but you're looking at Trat on the other side of the water. To kind of give you an idea of where I'm at, you're looking at Trat right now. That boat is running, that ferry is running. I'm not sure if you can hear it, so I would imagine that it's probably some type of cargo vessel. It looks not well maintained, so I don't know. This may be a place for locals. These closed down storage areas here. Looks to be some type of church. About 5 kilometers away, and this is a place where you can also rent motorbikes, which is strange being over on this side. But I did find out that on this side of the island, which is the residential side for the people of Koh Chang, the locals, there are 2 resorts over on this side. So hopefully I will show you both of those resorts that nobody really ever talks about or nobody really ever sees. What I am looking at, guys, is the walk down to a boat. It is a cruise boat, and on that cruise boat is the opportunity to do things like this. The chain cruise dinner cruise. So there's a boat that actually goes around the island and offers the food that you see here. You can see this is the Koh Chang Pier. I believe that says Koh Chang Cruise on the sign right there. So when it opens back up, if that's something you're interested in, remember this is on the non-tourist side of the island, but still finding things to do over here. Pretty cool. So if you are anything like me, you're probably worried that you're going to get to that one place and they're not going to have health care available, like a hospital or something. I'm always worried about that when I travel. However, this is Koh Chang Hospital, and while I'm sure it's like a government hospital on the inside, it's definitely not going to be like a international hospital by any means. You do have a couple food vendors outside, and there is a hospital on the island. So I imagine if you had something terrible happen, they could probably tune you up just enough to get you back to the mainland and off to where you needed to go. There's a sign that says 24-hour emergency room, so that's another good thing. And on the back side of where I'm standing is the Provincial Electricity Authority, and that pretty much just looks like it's running the electricity to the hospital, but I'm sure it runs more than that. Okay guys, so just so you know, there is a waterfall on this side of the island. This is again the residential side of the island, not the tourist side, but it's 200 baht to get in. And there's no drone flying. So Ross has a new drone and he wanted to fly it a little bit. We decided to not spend the money and just let you guys know that it was here and available. This is Lonely Pier. No, I'm just kidding. No entry obviously, but there's a big pier that goes out here that would give a nice scenic view. Really all you can see here is trees and a little field. How the beach or how the ocean comes right up to the land here. There's no reason for them to build it up because it's not really a beach, but through the vines you can see some of there's a national park over there, by the way. Just a small national park. I did not catch the name of it on the way through, but there's only the difference between this island and Koh Samui for me is there's one road that goes around this island, and it's a horseshoe shaped road, so you can't just go in circles around the island. You have to go all the way one way and then come all the way back the other. Samui has roads that cut through it. There's nothing but, like on this side of the road, for example, there's nothing but mountains up there. Mountains, vegetation, hills, etc. And one road. There's no pull-offs and that kind of thing. So, just a little something to give you some food for thought. No entry. I found a little place to stop and see things. This is a actual Scenic Viewpoint. That's the pier that just did not allow me entry. And yeah, so if you look out, you can see Trat across the horizon there, way along the horizon. And you can see down the beach. Or just not a beach, it's actually protected by cages so you won't fall off. And it's just a very scenic view here, very scenic. If you look down at the rocks, it's very shallow, but it's a quick drop off, definitely a quick drop off, as you can tell. I think it's very interesting, very interesting. I'm wondering what those two islands out there are, but we'll probably find out here shortly. So anyway, I just thought you guys would enjoy this. Hey guys, one thing I mentioned earlier was there were a few resorts on this side of the island. This is the residential side, not the tourist side where everybody goes to. That's the Natara resort that you're looking at. There's a little restaurant in there, as you can see from the sign across the road. And then there are these little huts for you to stay in. There's also a coffee shop right here. It's called the Coffee Home. If we can get a good focus on that. Yep, the Coffee Home. It's an open air type of restaurant. Really neat looking. I'm going to walk out and look at the ocean here. So here is where we are. That is officially the map. And I'm by myself recording this, so I can't point, but you guys can kind of figure it out, right? There is some of the little seats to sit in. Cool looking rock right here in front of me. And that's the actual coffee shop itself. A little bit expensive, but it is what it is. And you can see they have seating out front. Pretty interesting stuff. What I wanted to do was show you guys the view that you can get from this coffee shop. So there's a little pull-off point there. That's where I was on the last shot that you saw. And those blue benches just keep going all the way up. That's what we were looking at last time. They even have a water swing right there. I think that the water swing is something really cool. I'd be interested to try it for sure at high tide. Those things sticking out of the water out there don't make me feel very comfortable though. However, I want you guys to remember, if you come to a place like this, okay, and you stay at a resort, you've got the resort and you've got the coffee shop, and that's it. So if you're coming to this side of the island, and that's all you're doing is coming to the residential side of the island, you are not going to have places to go unless you have a car and can get to the touristy side of the island. Please remember that, because if you just want a vacation for like you and your special someone or something like that, that'd be great. You just come, once you get to the resort, there's really nothing else to do but go to the coffee shop and the restaurant. And this is just one of the examples. There are many small resorts on this side of the island that are closed right now, but I happened to find one that looked like it was open. So with that being said, I'm just going to walk back to the car here. They even have a little temple across the road, and just some things for you guys to keep in mind. I think it's important that you know that if you land at a resort here on this side of the island, just know that you're going to be at the resort. You might have a coffee shop and or a restaurant, but that's going to be it. Do not expect to get, touristy things, touristy shops, and most of the shops are designed for the locals. Something I just learned recently. So anyway, onward we go. Guys, I am currently standing at the Parama Resort and Hotel. Well, it's not really a hotel, it's a resort. This is on the residential side of the island, almost at the end of the road. It is absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. They have turned off so much of the like man-made waterfalls here. You can see that they have speedboats over here, probably to take you to other places, I would imagine. And this is just the backside. We rode all the way through the village, or through the village of the compound here, and it's just a gorgeous resort. But this is the effects of COVID. I mean, this is a thriving, beautiful spot, just absolutely beautiful. Got the hanging there's hanging vines. I thought it was hanging moss, but you got so many things here going on. I mean, it's just there's yachts out here. It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is one of those resorts on the residential side of the island that you can just come to and just not have to worry about anything. But as you can see, because of the illness going around the world right now, this is what's happening in Thailand, and resorts like this are really struggling. This is a place that I would probably come back to and probably enjoy. So for your information, there is a nice resort almost at the other horseshoe end on the west side of the island of Koh Chang. What's up, guys? Welcome to the end of the road. This is as far as you can drive on the horseshoe road that takes you around Koh Chang. This is the end of the line, and there is nowhere else to go. I'm sure somebody's going to run by me here in just a second, and he must live out here or work out here, which is cool. But this is as far as you can go on the Cambodian side of Koh Chang, and Lonely Road, I guess it is, or the Lonely End, I think is what what it was called. Very fascinating horseshoe road all the way to this side. Got some good content for you. Hopefully going to have some more. Here's what I learned here at the end of the road, the lonely end of the road. There's a lot more to Koh Chang than just the tourist spots. I think it's sad that more people haven't shown this part of Koh Chang before. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but I can tell you with 100% certainty that it's just amazing how many places are out here. There are tons of small resorts. There's big resorts. I initially thought that there was only going to be a few here and there, but this is the side of the island that if you want to get away from the nightlife, if you want to just come out here, be pampered and have a good time with your family or significant other or whatever, this is the place to come. It really is on this side because it's not busy. Just make sure you have everything that you need when you come. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this side of Koh Chang.